Do you have niche phobia? Is it holding you back from explosive growth and really being the quilt shop you want to be? So today I'm going to talk about the power of niching down, focusing your marketing efforts in your quilt shop to give you three powerful reasons why it's so important to niche down and pick a niche in your quilt shop. A little helpful hint here. The riches are in the niches. So put your comments, your questions, anything else in the comment section, and I'll get to those as soon as I can. My name is Jacob Curtis. I'm actually a CPA and profit strategist for quilt shops. So niching down seems to go against everything, against common sense, against everything you've probably been heard or taught or anything like that. Because after all, don't you want to have your business seen by as many people and as many customers as possible? I mean, the more people that see it, the more people are probably going to make a purchase, right? Well, not always. So of course we want to attract lots of customers, okay? But how hard do you really want to work to attract those customers to your quilt shop? And so here are the three powerful reasons why marketing to a narrow niche makes it easier to attract more customers and grow your business, grow your quilt shop. Number one, you become the expert. When you choose a narrow niche, you focus on learning as much as you can about addressing the wants and the needs of that particular niche. And you know how to best serve them now. Okay. You're not constantly reinventing the wheel for every new customer that comes to the door. You are the expert in your area, and experts attract more customers and command more money. When someone in your niche needs your specific service or product, you're going to be the one person that people think of, that refer people to. So for example, let's say that I want to take some of my old t-shirts and make a t-shirt quilt, right? I have a couple of different options. I can do it myself. I can just totally wing it and hopefully I can get it right and everything's square and it looks good and all that. I could find an online tutorial and follow through those steps. But in both cases, it's probably not going to turn out the way I was hoping, especially if I don't have a long arm to really finish it and get the quilting in there right. The other thing I can do is I could find somebody else to do it for me, right? I can get my wife to do it, my mom to do it, my grandma to do it. Maybe I even go look around at local quilt shops to see if they can put it together and quilt it for me. And maybe I can do an online search to see who takes my old shirts, my old t-shirts and makes custom quilts out of it, right? And from all of these sources, I have a lot of people who know how to sew and know how to piece and quilt and can do the quilting. And so I could get it done. But when I hear about, or I see or come across a specific t-shirt custom quilter who specializes in taking in my old shirts and making a beautiful quilt out of it, I'm going to be talking to them because they specialize in exactly what I'm looking for. So here's another example out of the quilting world. When you have a toothache, who do you go to? Do you go to your doctor and he says, oh, you have a toothache? What's he going to do? He's going to say, go see the dentist, right? The specialist, the person who is specialized in fixing teeth. Even when you have bigger teeth problems, your generalist dentist isn't going to be able to fix those. You have to go to an orthodontist. You have to go do these specialized trainings, right? Doctors and medical issues are the thing that probably most make sense to us. When we're just a general practitioner, we go to them for the general help and hurt, we got this issue, but then they refer us to the specialist. And how much do you pay your generalist versus how much do you pay your specialist? Okay, that is one good reason. Many people, you and I'm included, you're in there, we want to work with an expert in the problem that we have rather than a generalist. We may go see the generalist to get a general idea of what's going on, but eventually we're going to want to look and talk to the expert because they understand my needs, they understand my situation, and not only that, they understand their own industry and the niche industry as well. And the number two reason why you should niche is because you eliminate the competition. You go from a red ocean to a blue ocean. If you don't know what that means, Google it, you'll figure it out. Basically, when you serve that narrow niche, your products and services can be tailored to their specific needs, to their specific wants, which gives you a huge competitive edge over your generalist competition. Because if your customers see you as the same as your competition, you end up competing on price. If you're different, then they will not compare you to those other companies in your industry. If you understand exactly what their specific problems and challenges and needs are, you can present and will present solutions that are unique to those challenges and problems and issues that are unique to that niche, to that market. And then you can command whatever price you want, basically. Then you can name your price. Maybe not whatever price, but you can definitely have a better control over that. Number 3, you can speak their language. And this is a huge one. This is probably one of the most important ones. The more you know about your customers, the easier it is to speak to them in language that motivates them to buy your products and services, okay? Whether that is kits, whether that is batting, whether that is long arm quilting, whether that is custom quilting, custom quilts like my t-shirt quilt, whatever it is that you're niching down into, you're going to be able to know and understand and get to know them better because you can interview them, you can study them, you can gain an understanding of exactly what makes them tick. Okay, you're going to build and talk about your business in such a way that makes your ideal client, your ideal customer, feel like your product and service was made just for them. Okay, if you understand what motivates this group to buy and how they make those decisions, you can speak to that motivation and the buying, making decision process. So when I hear someone say something like, we do everything from A to Z, you know, we have cottons, we have wide backs, we do the quilting, we have the threads and the sewing machines and blah, 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 on and on and on. I know that they're just a general quilt store. Okay. And I immediately tune them out, right? I may be looking for something more specific to what is needed in my business. And so I immediately put them in the category of just a general quilt shop, and I might come back to them if I don't find the specialist I'm looking for in whatever it is I am. So again, a lot of us are probably a little afraid to really narrow in too narrow with our marketing for fear of excluding customers. The truth is, if our language and messaging is too general, too broad, then we're not going to attract anyone anyway. So it's better and it's less risky to narrow in your marketing efforts and niche down in with your messaging so that you can attract the customers that you actually want to work with. Okay. So have you ever, let's go through let me ask a couple questions. Have you ever visited a website or read an article or seen an advertisement or heard someone speak on a topic and you thought, wow, they are speaking directly to me. It's like they can read my mind, right? I felt like that. I've been in those situations where I was like, oh, that is exactly, that's me. Like they are describing me to the T. Okay, you feel like they understand you and that they understand you and your problems, everything you're facing, all the challenges. They understand what your dreams are. This is exactly how you want your target audience, your niche, to feel when they contact you, when they come across you on Facebook or in a blog or in a video or something like that, or in a presentation. Okay, you want your target audience to feel that when they come to you, that they're talking directly to you, right? That you are talking directly to them. The way to accomplish this is really to niche down and focus in on a narrow enough group to have common problems, challenges, and dreams. Okay, then you can learn about them, you can study them, and you can learn everything about them. You can speak to them in their language about solving their problems and fulfilling their dreams, and they're going to want to do business with you. Ta-da! All right, so those are the three. Those are the three reasons why you should niche down. So to get more information and learn how to actually pick a niche for your quilt shop, join Money Made Simple Academy by going to curtisaccountingsolutions.com/MMSA. Again, that's curtisaccountingsolutions.com/MMSA to join now and get the how-tos and the tutorials on how to pick a niche and how to redesign your business to be niche specific. Because we know that focusing on your marketing efforts in a niche makes you the expert, eliminates the competition, and you can speak their language, attracting more people, more customers. Get more helpful tips and tricks by going to curtisaccountingsolutions.com/blog to get more blog posts and helpful things for you. And make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube. Just search for Curtis Accounting Solutions. Thanks. Have a good one. Bye.